Harry has openly said, please don't blame Meghan. What is he talking about this time? Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here in the very heart of London. Isn't it gorgeous behind me? This lush green spring-like visage. Yes, I just love it. As I say, I know I say this to you a lot, but you know, if you get a chance, even if an open window, anything, just get outside. It just makes you feel better. You know, sometimes you get sat down, but you don't shift for hours and you think, oh, I feel lethargic. Get out for 5 minutes or whatever, sit on your patio in your garden. As I say, just have a breeze going through the window. You feel a lot better, trust me. Now, somebody who's going through a very tough time, as we know right now, is Prince Harry, because things aren't really going to plan. Their big plan to exit Megxit really was the big thing, wasn't it? They were going to take on the world, rule the airwaves, take over television and the talking circuit, all those sort of things. And then, of course, it all seemingly went wrong. Not really their fault, we must point out. In my belief, it already started with the pandemic. Nobody could have foreseen that. And that stopped a lot of people's plans. You know, I'm sure it stopped yours, stopped mine, everybody, because we all had to bunker down, shut up and keep quiet, didn't we? And we're all living in fear. And so many people sadly lost so many close loved ones at that time. Let's not forget that also. But now as we emerge, you know, from that dark cluster, as it were, Prince Harry's been sort of teasing with a very close friend what we may expect from the forthcoming book, which he's been paid a considerable amount of money for. But what are we talking about? Well, it already stems from the fact that, as you know, Penguin Random House have paid a huge amount of money to Prince Harry to get some inside secrets. So I don't know whether the sort of secrets that are going to make you want to buy it, perhaps like everybody's telling me they want to buy Tom Bower's book, or indeed the Palace Papers. Do remember though, as I often say here on the show, these particular books are gossip led, you know, people with an axe to grind, and sometimes they just want to see their names in print. So even though I've, you know, been, shall we say, at the forefront of some of these books, sometimes you think, I'm not sure I believe your particular side of the story. But this we are meant to believe because it's ghost written for Prince Harry. And allegedly, as ever, we have to say, he talks about his reasons for quitting the royal family. And what we are hearing is this, that he wants to try and correct the record straight at painting Meghan Markle the Yoko Ono of the royal family. Yoko Ono, of course, was famously, well, sort of forced to say that she was the person who possibly could have split the Beatles up. Yes, that's right. But again, you know, John Lennon said no, it was nothing to do with her. It was his choice. And this is very similar for the former royal known as Prince Harry. What he said was, and again, we have to say allegedly, is that he was looking for a change of direction, a way of life, something totally different. And perhaps former girlfriends like Cressida and Chelsea really gave a strong hint when they were talking to certain friends about that particular period. You know, we know Prince Harry struggled about his role within the monarchy, and so perhaps meeting Meghan Markle was the catalyst to the door being thrown open. Of course, this led for her being known as an international person, which is something she'd always craved as an actress, and for him, a possible brand new start. But what we are hearing is this: Prince Harry plans to use the book to finally squash those rumours that it was all about Meghan taking him away from Windsor Castle, forcing him to go live in Canada and all of that sort of stuff. Now, when you think about it, there is a bit of a similar trait, because if you remember, Chelsea Davy and Cressida both went on safari with Prince Harry to South Africa, and allegedly that was the true idea for him, to go and base himself out there and do conservation work, charity work, that sort of stuff, while still having a foot in the monarchy. Of course, all that radically changed when he met the former cable TV actress, and of course they forged a brand new life doing whatever they're now planning to do, good or bad, out at Montecito. So finally, at least, we get some sort of spectrum of whether Meghan was truly to blame, was she part to blame, or indeed was it all her idea originally? Who knows, but the book really does say, allegedly, that this is the true story. It's about the man he's become, not the prince he was born. That is out later this year. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.